Episode 35. Welcome back, guys. This is the Yappin podcast. Like I said, episode number 35. We've been away for a little bit. We have reasons. We have reasons for that, you know. Feels like we haven't recorded in like 3 weeks. Feels good to be back, though. We went to Cancun. I mean, I can't believe that. It was my first time out of the country at the age of 23.
Yeah.
Is that late? Like, is it like late in life? I mean,
I think it depends how you grow up. Everyone just grows up differently. Like, I remember, like, when we first moved here, or not when we first moved here, but, like, when I really first got into traveling, I remember my mom telling me, like, like, some of her coworkers have never even left the state. So, like, traveling for some people is something really unorthodox. Like, it's very uncomfortable and, like, scary, stressful. So they just don't like to deal with it and don't like to do it. And it's expensive, too, so I get it.
bro,
Like,
I've talked to people that
at least you got to
they
go.
can't even afford. They can't afford to leave
Yeah.
anywhere, and like it's not even an option. Like
Yeah.
they're not even like
Thinking in
thinking
their
about
radar.
it.
Yeah. It's not even in their
And I
radar.
just can't imagine like living that life because, I feel like we go on a trip at least once a year, and
Like a big
for
trip.
me,
Like one good.
it just helps me get through those days where it just helps me get through those tough days at work and just gives me something to work for and look forward to, you know. I mean, it's pretty everyone probably does that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is my first time. I mean, you've been wanting to go with me to
Watch him.
Why does this happen every time, bro?
He's gonna click on something. Grab him.
Look at this, dude.
I was just.
You want to be in or what?
I could already see him
wanna be
clicking
in?
on something.
Say something then, dude. Say something then.
It's not
You want to be in
muted,
the
is
pod?
it?
Say something then.
Hey, it's not muted.
No.
Oh, okay. That always happens.
Say
too.
something.
Bro, you're scaring him. He looks scared.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. I'm gonna beat.
No, you're not gonna do anything. Leave.
Anyways,
Now they're gonna get into a fight.
you've been wanting to go. You've been telling me like, Jaden, you know, you gotta get your passport. Like, you gotta get it. Like, it's about time. Let's get the ball rolling. Like,
Right? Yeah.
and I'm just like, you know, it's a lot of money.
Oh my
Like,
God,
I actually
procrastinator.
applied for it online like a while ago, and it was kind of confusing. Never went to actual department building to get it printed or whatever. And I'm the type where when things get too confusing, I procrastinate a little bit, and I put things off, and then I put it off too long, and I waited too long. So
I noticed that you do that a lot when you have to go like in person or you have to call. You don't like to do those things. Like you always try to avoid it and like do it online, do it yourself without having to call or having to go in person. So this one, is he okay? This one was a something where you have to go in person, obviously, but it was just and I had been telling you for like I think like at least a year before that. Like I had mentioned it like a few times, like just get it, even though we might not have anything planned in a couple months or whatever. Like you should still get it just in case. You never know.
yeah.
You know, what if I win the lottery and like we want to leave the country the next day? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
So
you never know.
yeah. So finally got it.
Finally got it.
And we decided on Cancun.
Yeah.
I don't remember how we decided, but we decided about 4 months ago. We were supposed to go somewhere else. Didn't happen, so we chose there. Where do we start? So we chose. I mean, the resort was all. So they're all inclusive. All the resorts are all inclusive. Which
Yeah.
first time being out of the country, first time being at an all inclusive. Two things for the first time, and yeah. I mean, do you want to talk about like why we chose that resort? We kind of just chose it because it looked good, and I mean, there wasn't like one thing that was like, oh my God, we have to,
Yeah,
you know.
We just saw
It
the
was
pictures.
definitely like one of the most expensive ones that we saw. Am I in frame, by the way? Like in the middle?
I saw TikTok, and then that's just kind of how I knew about it. And then I brought it up to him. We just kind of looked around. We had like 5 different options, and we started like process of elimination based on reviews, location, the way it looks, how many restaurants there were, and just kind of all of those things. And also, like, TikTok was really helpful. Just like the 5 options we did have, I would look up TikToks just to kind of see like people's reviews. That was really helpful because sometimes like the pictures look super professional and beautiful, and then you get there and you're like, whoa, this is kind of outdated. Like, this doesn't look how it used to. So that was really helpful. But we decided on this particular hotel.
TRS.
TRS, yeah. TRS Coral, Costa Mujeres. And it was crazy because that's where, if anybody watches Love is Blind, that's where Love is Blind was filmed. So it was the Love is Blind hotel. It was really cool. I actually heard a group of ladies next to us talking about that. But yeah, anyways.
Really?
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we decided on that, booked everything, and
we were so excited.
It was we were happy,
I mean,
we were stoked.
From our last trip, how bad it went, how bad of an experience it was, like I was looking at like my redemption story, you know, like I just wanted some good weather, you know. I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, like what if it happens again? And it actually like kind of was a little scary because I kept checking the weather app and it kept saying rain, and then at one point it was like 50% chance for like 4 days, and you just kept telling me like, dude, like stop fucking thinking about it, get your shit together. That's how it is in Mexico or in tropical places. Like it rains, it goes away, it changes, it only rains for like 10 minutes, like and it only did rain for like. It actually barely rained on the first day, like maybe like a couple hours, and we had perfect weather. It was 80 like degrees, like
pouring.
It was like 72 in the morning, and then up to like 79. But
it was like a mist. It wasn't even like.
Should we just start with the first day, or should we just give like our overall? Like,
yeah, let's just start with the first day. Like we got there.
Flight was smooth.
Actually, no flight. We got delayed actually, so. I'm not gonna
have to give them all the details.
Yeah, I'm not gonna explain everything. Our flight got delayed, so we got there later than expected. We were supposed to get there originally at 1:00. We ended up getting there at like 4:00. By the time like we checked in, by the time we drove there, checked in, and got through the whole process, got our bags in the room, and we were in the room. It was like 4:30, 5:00. So
it was like 5:30.
5:30, whatever it was. He remembers everything. He's perfect.
Fucking Pablo, who picked us up, I mean, dude was trying to get us there as quick as fucking possible. And they be charging over there for rides. I mean, we paid $145, but
it was for there and back.
Yeah.
So it was actually like a $60
ride.
For an hour.
I wasn't expecting that car ride there.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to tell them how like
car rides are boring. I don't want to talk about no car riding.
Dude, I look over and you're like, you have a headache. You're fucking like, we're both like so exhausted. Like almost a full day of traveling. I was hungry as fuck. And when I get hungry, Andrea knows I almost can't like do anything.
And he's like a yapper. So like I get car sick when I'm in the backseat and like people drive like this guy was driving like just constant braking. Like it felt like he was like shaking me constantly.
Why was he was braking extra hard?
That's just the way they drive.
Like we shouldn't have tipped him because of that.
Bro, just forget about the driving. But yeah, I'm like over here annoyed as hell, and he's over here like just yapping away, bro. And I'm just like, Jaden, just like, I'm not trying to be rude, but just like, cause I like to talk too, but like in that moment, I'm just like, silence, please. Like, I'm about to puke my guts out, and you're over here. Oh my God, they have a fucking Mercedes dealership over here. They have Sam's Club, Home Depot.
Bro, I was looking at the
I feel so bad because, like, of course, like, he's going to be like this. Like, it's his first time there and everything. But, I just feel so nauseous. Anyways, their driving is terrible.
I mean, I was looking out the window, and I was like, just every 2 seconds is a different car dealership.
It's just, like, in Mexico, there's no, like, car rules. Like, the cops don't give a fuck. There's no speed limit. They don't listen to stop signs or red lights. It's just kind of like you get in where you can fit. And there was
And,
a big car accident, so of course it just slowed everything down. But
and we got there in rush hour too.
yes, it was
Everyone was
just so
getting off
annoying.
work.
Yeah.
Traffic was insane. Dude was braking every 2 seconds, getting super close. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like. He was trying to get us there quick, but fuck, man, like that felt like a 2 hour ride because
And we were at that point.
we're
we were
hungry.
annoyed.
We just want
yeah.
to get there. It kind of felt like the Miami trip again, where like we get there a little bit later and like we're exhausted, and it's like we want to do stuff, we want to get lit already, but it's like
We can't.
I feel like we're getting old. I don't know, but the car ride was all right. You know, we got there.
We got there. By the time we do all this, check in, blah blah blah.
Dude.
It's like 5:30. Hold on. It's like 5:30 in the evening, and we're walking up to our room.
Wait. Before that, like, let's talk about like the driving into like the actual resort. Wasn't it crazy?
Yeah.
There's like waterfalls. It feels like it feels like we're like arriving at like a different planet, dude. Like, it feels like we're walking onto like a president's mansion, or like driving into.
It didn't feel like that.
Okay,
for
I'm just
me,
giving
but
I'm just giving my opinion on it.
Maybe it's just because I've already been to something like this.
And you
maybe,
you were also nauseous as fuck.
Yeah, I was not really like. I was trying to enjoy it, but it was really hard to because this guy had me like nauseous as hell.
You don't get nauseous on the plane, do you?
No,
But
I
only
don't.
What the? My camera just moved. Leo.
Oh, he's down there.
Okay, like as soon as he records, like they decide to do this.
Leo. Oh, look, he's stuck on the thing. Look, his neck. Leo.
Hang on, keep talking.
So, get him out of there. Don't smack him. Leo.
Let me know if. Look at my camera.
Bruh.
Keep going. I'm keeping all this in.
Yeah, so like the drive in there, yeah, it was cool. I mean, we saw like some lizards like in the road and shit.
But we were at this point, we were just exhausted.
Yeah, at this point, at least for me, I was like
and hungry.
It was very hard for me to really take in everything like so like nicely because I was just like I was thirsty, hungry, headache, nauseous. I'm kind of hot, so I just kind of like wanted to get to the room, cool off a little bit, and maybe grab a bite, and maybe then like my mood would change a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like the hotel entrance is gorgeous. It was so beautiful, like waterfalls, palm trees, very well maintenance and stuff. And oh my god, like you get off the car and like you don't do anything. This whole trip we didn't do anything. We didn't struggle with our suitcases. But everybody, as soon as you get off, they greet you. Hello, welcome in. We're gonna take your luggage from here. You give them your luggage. They'll take it up to you, to the room. You go to check in. We were there sitting, and they brought us some drinks while we check in. It was so beautiful. We got our bracelets on and everything, and it's just like the lobby was so beautiful and it was just perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we were checking in, and she was going over everything, and yeah, it was nice. But yeah, like I think that was probably the best thing about the resort was the service.
Yeah, like
I think that was the best thing, and I don't even know like I wasn't really expecting. I don't know if I was expecting like that level of service. Like I've never experienced that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been to a resort. I've been to hotels. Like I've been, but I've never had that type of service. Like it almost felt like we're like rich, and they're just trying to like, take care of us. But like,
yeah.
I mean, they do that for everyone,
Yeah.
But
like very
that was like
nice people.
Yeah, you're right, 100%. Like we didn't have to struggle. We didn't have to stress about anything. Like, so yeah, the service was 10 out of 10.
Especially like when you get there, like you're already like us, like in that situation, we were annoyed. So like
hungry.
Imagine like just dealing with our luggage in the hot weather, going all the way up to your room. Like,
I mean,
oh no. Like the guy put it on a cart for us. He took it to our room. Like, and as we were walking there, like he's just telling us, everything about the hotel, the restaurants, the pools, what we have access to. There's a spa, the beach, blah 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 blah. So It was cool.
in my head, the whole time, like I was trying to enjoy, but I was like, I kept asking you like five times, like, when can we go eat? Like, can we just go eat as soon as possible? Like, I don't think the last time we had ate up to that point was like
It was
at
breakfast. We had that sandwich, remember? And then we had
Reese's
snacks, Reese's
Pieces.
Pieces and popcorn.
So like
That was like our lunch.
we had not eaten
Yeah.
anything,
We
and
hadn't
like
eaten
when I'm
anything.
hungry, like I can't do shit.
And then right before we were about to grab a bite, we were walking, and then they made an announcement. We're like, oh shit, like they're gonna start boarding. So like we didn't leave.
Yeah.
Like good thing we didn't leave. We would have probably missed that flight if we left. Like
What are you talking about?
like the flight. What else am I talking about?
From Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, I just like because we went to so many different airports. It felt like that. I forgot about the Atlanta part.
We're talking about getting there.
I know,
We're not
I know.
talking about coming back.
So
yet.
the service was 10 out of 10. So yeah, you said we went up to the room. Like yeah, like the lobby itself is insane.
Yeah, the
Super
lobby is
spacious,
so
like
pretty.
marble floors,
Nice
glass,
couches.
like complete glass walls looking out to both sides.
Very big, open, high ceilings, like just gorgeous. Very minimal. It's not like it doesn't feel super crowded, which is nice. But yeah, then we get to our room and like the guy opens our door and like he's like, "You guys first," and like we walk in and it was just like, wow.
It was just like the pictures too.
It was
Even
just
better,
like the pictures, so beautiful. A big bathtub. Like the first thing when you walk in, it's like the bathroom area, and then you keep walking in, it's the bedroom,
Yep.
living room area, and then the beautiful balcony. And we had paid extra to get an ocean view, and I think it was worth it. It was so nice, the view. I loved our view. And you don't. It was really nice because the way it was angled, the balcony, the neighbors don't really see you. So
Yeah.
it was really private. It's really nice.
Super private. We had a view of the pool as well.
Pretty much just like the main area we had a view of. We had a view of the beach, and then we had a view of the pool. So
I feel like the beach. We didn't really have a view of the beach. It
No, it was
kinda
more like
blocked
the
by
ocean.
trees, but yeah, a little bit of the ocean.
yeah, it was more of the ocean because we didn't see the beach like what people are doing. It was more of the ocean in the distance, which was really gorgeous. You see the sunset and the sunrise and all that.
What did we? So we ordered room service.
Yeah, because at that
And-
point we had so for all-inclusive resorts, most of them usually for dinner you have to set up a reservation for dinner, and obviously we had just gone there, like we didn't know we were gonna be there that late, so we didn't have a reservation, so it was just kind of like room service was pretty much our only option. So
I thought it was good. We were also starving. We ordered like pizza. Like the room service menu wasn't that like
extravagant.
it was
just
pretty basic. Which I mean, I was a little disappointed, but I was just so hungry that I was just wanted to get some food, and they like actually like it was my first time where like it's actual room service where they bring it in. Actually, I've never had room service at like a hotel because they just charge so much.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive
But
usually.
I've
This
never
is
I've never had it
all-inclusive,
to where
so-
they like wheel it in and like serve you at the table. Like you don't have to leave your couch. You can stay in bed if you want.
Yeah.
I bet people do that all the time, just stay in bed. But like
you just tell them on the table, please, and
at
they'll
that
put it on
moment, I
there
was
and-
like, dude, like they treat you like kings, man. Like I'd never experienced that.
yeah.
So I was like, wow.
And it was crazy because like the room service, like there was two ways you could. Well, actually, there's three ways, but the first way was through the app, which I pretty much did everything through the app. And then second was you could do it through the TV.
Yeah.
And then third was you could actually call, like if you're kind of old school, you know. But I mean, it was just so many, like the app is so nice, like you don't have to, rely on anybody. You just do it yourself through there. But yeah, we got our food, and then I think we went to go walk around a little bit.
I think that day we were just so tired. I went to bed at like 8:30, like 9, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like we just like both took showers, and it was one of those things where it's like we were laying down, we're like, should we just go to bed? Like
Yeah, we ate, we explored, we walked around a little bit, took a little bit of walk, ate, and we just decided to call it a night because we were so tired. And we were like, tomorrow, let's make the best out of that day. So let's rest up and get ready for tomorrow.
And next day,
yeah. Next
wake
day,
up, a little bit
wake
cloudy,
up.
a little bit rainy. We were like, we knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
This was the only day that it was like pretty, like it was gonna rain for sure. We knew it, you know. So
Get
my
ready.
my memory is kind of blurry right now.
I know
but
the day. I know every single day. I know what happened.
all I remember was we went to the pool. Like we were like the
No,
first
no,
or
no.
second
You're missing
ones.
a big thing. We
What?
wake up, we get ready, and we go
Oh.
to breakfast. And this is the first location where we went.
Yeah.
And it was actually really nice. It was like very empty, which was nice.
Walk there.
We
across
walked
the
there.
pool.
Yeah, it was just across the pool. It was a nice little
Everything
walk.
is walking distance for the most part.
Yeah.
It's a huge resort though.
Yeah, it was
Fucking
huge.
Massive.
They have fucking golf carts to take you
I didn't know it
anywhere.
was gonna be that big.
Yeah,
It's
it was
fucking huge.
But
we got
anyways.
lost one time. Like,
Yeah.
my
Anyways,
fault.
we go to breakfast. Mind you, I was under the impression because of a resort that I had been to in the past that everything was going to be buffet style.
Same.
And you just kind of grab your plate, pick out whatever you want. But that was not the case with our resort. Everything was kind of a restaurant style. It's all inclusive, but it's just like a restaurant. So then you'd have a waiter come, take your order, and they bring you out the food. And if you want more food, I mean, obviously you can order whatever you want. So,
And also, like the pictures on the website and like reviews made it seem like it was all buffet basically.
yeah. Yeah, I don't
Which
remember.
I prefer that over.
Yeah, I mean,
But it was still good though. I
thought
got
it was fine. I mean,
you got omelet right,
no, I had gotten chilaquiles.
and I
They
got
were pretty
French
good.
toast.
And then there was
is
like
really
a
good.
part that was buffet. It was like off to the side. And they had like fresh juice and like oatmeal and like yogurt, little like pastries and like,
I think we should just peel the Band-Aid off right now and talk about the food.
yeah, like, well, I feel like we should do it at the end. I kind of just want to like give
Alright.
I mean, I feel like breakfast. Okay, anyways. So we did that. And then after breakfast, I just remember like going back to the room because it was rainy a little bit. And so we go back to the room. We're hanging out at the like on the balcony and just talking and like vibing. We go to the bar to grab a drink because we're like, fuck it. Like,
Dude, I remember
we still got to get lit, you know? And we just take it back to the room. We're chilling. And then the rain stops.
it never downpoured at all.
No, it never down. It was like misting, but then it
Super light,
stops like
super
around
light.
like 1 or 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
And-
that's when we went.
And like we started like looking out the balcony and like people started going to the pool. And that's when we're like, fuck it, we got to make the most of this. Like, let's go. So we got ready and we took our ass to the pool. And it was actually kind of nice because it was pretty empty. Like there was probably like four or five couples in total.
I think this day it was like the least busy. Maybe it was because of the rain. Maybe it's because it was a Tuesday. But I felt like maybe
Nobody was
maybe
there.
a lot of people left to go home Monday, and then no one really arrives on Tuesday. People usually arrive
like
closer to
Wednesday,
the weekend.
yeah, Thursdays.
So, or maybe it was just the rain. People were staying inside. But
yeah, who knows?
we're from Iowa, so like a little mist is nothing to us.
yeah,
Like we're used to downpour, tornado, like lightning. We're used to like crazy weather.
yeah,
And like once it stopped at 1, like that was the last of it for the whole trip. So we
Yeah.
were like, all right, this is our chance. Pool's empty.
yeah.
Like you said, we go down the bar. There's a swim up bar. There's a bar
On the opposite side
on the
of
opposite
it.
side if you want to walk up.
And then there's waiters walking around who, you know, if you like, they'll come up to you and be like, "Hey, if you need any drinks or anything,
This
shots,
is when we
whatever."
met our favorite guy.
Yeah, Carlos. I remember he was so nice. Really cool guy, and he'd just come up to us and, you know, if you guys want
Just a
any
good
drinks.
vibe.
Yeah, like just a normal waiter, and they'd bring you drinks and stuff. And I just remember that day we were just drinking margaritas left
It's the
and
most
right.
we drank. It's the most we drank probably.
The whole-
maybe
So.
It was the shot that did it.
Yeah, we took 2 shots, I remember. And so it was really fun. And then
We got drunk.
we
in
got
the
a bit
pool.
drunk. And then we kind of like started getting hungry. But we're like, oh my gosh, like we're very like
Dude.
drunk. We cannot go eat lunch like this.
And I like I knew it was bad when I was trying to look over at the at the buffet that they set up outside,
Yeah, because usually they, like, it was kind of a late
and
buffet too.
I was like, oh shit, my vision was blurry. I was like, I don't know if I can make that walk over there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. I mean, I could, but like, you know, when you're drunk, like everything's harder, you know.
Yeah.
So I was
It
like,
was fun though.
yeah,
Like we
we ended
were,
up going though and
like we
getting
were,
lunch, right,
yeah, we were like in
over
the
at the buffet.
we were like in the pool, like just conversating and like talking about stuff. It was like good like, you know, when you're drunk, like conversation is just better for some reason. And yeah, then by that time I was like, I'm hungry, like we should go over there and grab food. And he was like, I can't do it right now. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I need to go to the room, I need water. And like, so we go
I don't
to,
remember this. Was I that drunk? I don't remember like going up to the
yeah,
room. I thought
so
we.
we went to the room and we hung out for a bit, and then we came back down. And as soon as we came back down, we just went straight to the food. And then we got our food.
We went swim again, I think.
Yeah, we just hung out all day, swam.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best moments of the trip, and also like the most chill probably at the same time.
Yeah.
The food there was also pretty basic.
Yeah.
Like none of the food was bad. It wasn't like holy shit.
To be
know?
fair, for like the poolside food, I wasn't really expecting much because it's just like basic stuff. Like they had like chips, like for nachos, fries, hamburgers,
Yeah.
hot dogs, burritos, like stuff to make like a salad. Like they had different stuff, like simple, basic stuff.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really expecting anything crazy because it's lunchtime, you know. And so, yeah, I just remember going back to the room after all that, like after the pool day,
We
got
walked to
ready.
the beach too to check it out.
Oh yeah,
Beach had also another bar. It's all walking distance, like the beach and the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the restaurants are all walking distance. Anything crazy happened though? I mean, besides us, like I'm pretty sure, didn't we take a nap or something? Or I forgot what happened after we.
Well, we went back to the room and we got ready for dinner, and we had made a reservation at a Argentinian, like restaurant. So we went to go check that out the first night, and like the restaurant was on a second floor overlooking the beach. So it was like a beautiful view. The whole vibe was just very nice, very intimate, very clean. And we get there, our waiter's like hilarious as fuck. And yeah, we order our food. It was interesting because like I think like for breakfast it was a little different, but then like when we went to dinner, like the portions were like so tiny and the plates were enormous. Like I just remember like ordering like a mozzarella stick thing. It was like an Argentinian style mozzarella sticks, whatever. And like they bring out this big ass plate and it's one fucking little stick. And me and him just look at each other like, hold up, like we were like, hold up, like why is this so big for this tiny little cheese stick? And we gotta share it too. Like what the fuck?
It is kind of crazy, like where like you're able to order food without there's no price next to it, and like you're not worried about, oh my god, like ordering 3 appetizers, like can we afford it? Like nah, you just order everything. It's all included, and this was like probably the best restaurant we've been to. But I mean, we didn't know that at the time, you know. We thought everything was gonna be like this going forward. Like I thought, like oh my god, like this is so fucking good. Like every restaurant's gonna be
great.
I mean, it turned out to not be the case,
well,
but
hold on. Well, we like broke down everything, and we had like 2 appetizers because we had those cheese sticks and clams, and then we had our entrees, which were he had a T-bone steak with potatoes and mushrooms, and I ordered a it was like a steak dinner thing as well with I ordered a side of octopus. If you've never had it, it's really good. And then we had 4 margaritas between us, and we had 4 shots.
Two shots each.
2 shots each. And
that's another thing, like with the drinks. Yeah, we had 2 drinks, 2 shots each, and I was like a 3 out of 10. You know what I mean?
To be fair, we were eating though.
Yeah, but you should still be like with 2 shots. I don't know. I'm not. I wasn't trying to get drunk or anything.
Wait,
at
do you
dinner.
think they gave us fake? They definitely didn't give us fake shots because that shit was
Yeah.
nasty. But
Oh, you want the shot? It's Mexican water.
Mexican water, that's what they
That's
call
what he
it.
said. Mexican
Yeah.
water. And yeah, the service was great. Like the manager of the whole entire resort came up or something to say hello.
Oh yeah, like he
That was
shook our
cool.
hands. Like it was really cool.
It was a
like,
good day. It was a good chill day. You know, we want it to be like that because of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
And second day was a Wednesday, and we decided it was gonna be a pool
Technically,
day.
that was the third day.
Yeah,
Technically. Yeah.
Again, my memory is blurry. I just remember it was a pool day, and the weather.
We
was
were just
nice.
happy because it was finally gonna be sunny and warm. And I mean, it was not gonna be like super hot, but it was gonna be sunny and gorgeous, and we were just ready. So I just remember we got ready and we tried a different breakfast spot.
Yeah.
And then after breakfast, you know, it's kind of the same routine, low key. Like we'd go eat breakfast, come back to the room, get ready, and then head out to our plans, whether it was the beach, the pool, or we had booked some like the spa and stuff. So.
What did we do Wednesday?
But Wednesday we did like half pool, half beach. Like I remember we went to the pool first, and like we were there for a little while, and then after the pool we went to the beach to go check that out. And we couldn't find any chairs, and we were like, "Fuck! Like, where do we go?"
This is when I drank, because you were hungover. You were hungover.
Yeah, I was like pretty hungover.
So
the
you were
night before.
just trying to chill. You didn't drink really at all, and I wasn't hungover at all. And I decided to drink 4 pina coladas, and I actually got like drunk again almost. Like I got like just as drunk as the first day.
It's funny though because
And-
every time I was like, fuck it, let's take shots. He was like, no. But then he tries to make it seem like I'm like a party pooper.
What are you
like,
talking about?
Like I don't want to drink or anything. But every time I would bring it up, like, let's take shots, fuck it. He was like, no.
When? Like, are you saying after Wednesday?
On the trip in general.
When was I turning down? I'm not a type to turn down shots
He
now.
was
Don't try to
turning
make
them
up
down.
made up stories now.
He was like, I'm too drunk.
So
I'm too
the
drunk.
thing with the pina coladas, the margaritas, they're weak. They're weak. I'm gonna be honest. They're weak. Like they're not. They don't make them strong, which I get it. Like it's all inclusive. People are ordering 4 at a time. What?
You just said they're weak, but you just said that you got drunk off of them.
I'm gonna explain my story. They're not strong, so which they can't go through bottle after bottle after bottle every hour. Like they would just run out, right? So they don't make them strong. So I drank 2 pina coladas. I was like, oh shit! Like I'm feeling good, but like let me get 2 more. And I just drank them way too fast, and it got me. It hit me like a train that I wasn't expecting. And what do we do from there?
I don't know. You tell me.
You took a nap or something at the beach.
This guy does not remember nothing, bro. He's asking me for the whole
The thing about the trip is like all the days kind of blend together. Like I remember like pieces of it, like my favorite memories, like the cabana, like with the hookah. I remember the spa. I remember that. I remember like certain things. I don't remember like what we did each specific day though. You know.
I'll be the narrator. So.
But we're 34 minutes in, so let's
Okay,
get to
well, just relax, okay? You
I'm
keep
just saying-
interrupting.
I'm just saying because you didn't want to do an hour, so.
Well, it's fine. You keep interrupting me, though, so it's going to
Okay.
take an hour if you keep interrupting. So listen to the story and relax. So then, after he got drunk with pina coladas, pussy, at the beach, I'm over here drinking Coors Light like my dad. Let's go. I was like,
Wow.
it was actually funny because I was drinking Coors Light.
And you were hungover too.
I was hungover, so he was like, just beat the cure with the Coors Light. So that's what I did. We were at the beach. We enjoyed both like places that day because we wanted to try
Weather
both.
was perfect.
Weather was perfect. It was really fun. And then I just remember going back to the room because that night we went to the Italian restaurant.
We went to the Italian restaurant.
Yeah,
Where was
that evening.
At? Oh,
It was towards the front, towards the lobby. So we got ready. I
What
wore
did
a
I
yellow dress. Oh no! Wait, I'm thinking of a different day.
See, now you're making fun of
No,
me, and you can't
I'm
remember
thinking of a
either.
different day because I remember my hair.
What?
Did it? Because I had my hair braided.
Okay, so we need to go back. So we did want to check out the gym and the spa. We went on a little mission.
Oh, I did get my hair braided that day. Yeah,
you
after
didn't.
breakfast. Yeah, I did. At 10 a.m., remember?
Bro, I'm so fucking lost
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
just gonna
okay,
let, I'm
okay,
gonna let
okay,
you
okay, okay.
tell it because I don't.
Wednesday, okay. Wednesday, we're on Wednesday, so that's day 3. Wednesday, we woke up, ate breakfast. At 10 a.m., I had an appointment to go get my hair braided. So I got my hair braided. We went back to the room, got ready. We did the pool, we did the beach. Came back after all that, got ready, because I remember I was wearing a yellow dress and with my braids. And then you were wearing that black zigzag shirt. And we went to the Italian restaurant. That was day 2. Well, it's like for us it felt like day 2 because day 1 was kind of ruined. Anyways, yeah, we tried the Italian restaurant. We got there. Again, service was great. Everyone was super nice, getting us to our table, like taking our drink orders, taking our food orders and everything. But what did you think?
I don't remember the Italian restaurant.
Really?
What did I get?
You got penne alla vodka, and I got a.
Holy shit! I don't remember.
Really?
What'd you get?
Remember for our drinks, we told the guy surprise us, and then he brought us a red wine. Well, first he brought me a martini, and he brought him
I remember now.
like a mixed drink.
We sat next to two couples.
Yeah, and they look like basketball players, like or football players.
Yeah,
that
that
were
food,
fucking massive.
that food was good. It wasn't as good as the first restaurant, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was not bad.
The vibes were just the same, like just as good. Like everyone was super nice.
Yeah, it was like a nice.
It was quiet in there. It was a little dark.
Yeah, a little dark.
Yeah, I remember that now. It was good. It wasn't like, oh my god or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that.
It was nice. The gentleman who was taking our drink orders was just so nice. Reminded me of my grandpa. Just a very nice, fun, older man.
And then like every
Super
restaurant is a different type of food.
Yeah.
They do that on purpose. They want you to try different
stuff.
Like you're not. I mean, which is kind of crazy that like there's not a lot of Mexican restaurants. We're in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting more Mexican food.
Yeah.
But
when I was getting my hair braided though, the lady, I was like telling her like, so like what do like normal people from like Cancun eat like? And she's like, Cancun is like a big tourist area, so like you get a lot of different people from Mexico that move to this area to work here. So Cancun doesn't really have like staple food. So you just kind of get like a blended cultural area, because it's like you get people from all over Mexico, and everywhere in Mexico is different. Like if you live on a coastal, you're gonna eat more seafood. If you live more inland, you're gonna eat more mole and like pozole and stuff like that. So it's like it's very different, but yeah, I mean the cuisine is like so wide. I think that's why they don't really have like a staple Mexican food. It's just kind of like, I guess they just serve the most popular stuff or something like that. I don't know.
I want to go back though. 'Cause
anyways,
in that day, after I got drunk off the 4 pina coladas, we were walking back around the pool, and that's when Carlos came to you. Do you remember this?
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
we were back
I was
at the
drunk.
pool.
I was just like you were talking to him in Spanish, and then all of a sudden you're done talking to him. You're like, you look at me and you're like, I don't remember exactly what you said. Basically, you're like, yo, we got a cabana for like. You asked me obviously, and I was just like out of it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And you were like, yeah, it's gonna be like $250. And I was like, oh shit, wait, what? What did you just buy? Like,
yeah.
wait, what is a cabana? Like, it's just a bed. Why is it too? Like in my head, I was like just thinking like, what the fuck? And like looking back, it was definitely worth it. But like,
hold on. So yeah, we went to the bar to go get a drink, and we saw our favorite waiter, our friend, and he was like, how are you guys like, doing? What you guys do today? Blah blah blah. And he was like, well, he's like, are you guys interested in trying the cabana? And I was like, what, like, how much is it? What comes with it? Blah blah blah. And he's like, well, we have different packages. And like, there's like a low tier, a medium tier, and the high tier. And so like the low tier is like you get the cabana and you get like
there was
fruit.
tiers?
Yeah, fruit and something else. And then the other one is like you get a bottle of Moet, fruit, and you get a lunch plate of your choice. And then like the highest tier was like you get a bottle of Don Julio 1942, and then you get like all kinds of different.
Wait, how much
shit.
was the third tier?
It was like $400 or $500 US.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
And what's the difference? You just get a nicer bottle
Yeah,
and
you
like
get a
better
bottle,
food or what?
You know, a bottle of 1942 alone is like $200, or like no, it's like 100.
But from tier 2 to tier 3, what's the difference? Just the bottle?
The bottle.
Damn.
Yeah, the bottle is.
And we got tier 2.
We got tier 2 because we got a bottle of Moet, and then we got a platter of fruit.
Well,
and then we got our like lunch platter, I guess you could call it, and it was a mixture of what?
No, sorry.
It was a mixture of meat with seafood, so it was like steak, ribs, chicken, and then there was a fish and lobster on there. It was really nice. It was really cool.
So that was that was Wednesday.
The second tier. Oh.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
No, that was Wednesday. The next day when we actually got the cabana day.
was when he came up to me and started telling me that. But it was really hard because
no, that was Tuesday.
No, that was Wednesday.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was Wednesday.
We got there Monday, so then Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Wednesday.
So then, it was just kind of hard to like translate because he's telling me all this, and then I have to take it all in, and then translate it to him, and then he has to take it all in, and then he has to tell me in English, and then I have to take it all in, and then I have to translate it back to them. So it was like I kind of low key had to make a decision there, on my own, and it kind of sucks, but like it's just like that's what sucks about like,
And this was like the whole trip. Like you were like, I mean, you were like the translator, but it's also like they prefer to speak Spanish over English. Like that's their main language. Like obviously, if they wanted to, they could talk to us in English so that we can both understand, which probably would have been better. But like they definitely all prefer to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So like I didn't want to be like, can you tell them to like talk in English so we can like I wasn't gonna be like that.
And then
like
he was already drunk, so I was just
no, I'm
like,
talking about the whole trip. Like,
I don't know, but I'm talking about the situation. Like he was already drunk, so he was like, you know, just kind of out of it, not really thinking. So I was just like, okay, I need to take control of the situation here, kind of make a decision, and then like I know like based on our budget and stuff, like I kind of knew like what would be a yes and what would be a no.
Because we hadn't really like bought anything. Like,
yeah, we were just like we had money to spend, so we were like
we didn't have anything booked or anything.
Exactly. So at that point, I was like, okay, like I'm interested in this package. You know, I like that. We booked everything, the time. I was like, they wanted originally us to take it for that day, but we're like, you know what? It's already like 1 o'clock or whatever it was. Like, we're not, you know, we'd rather do it tomorrow so that way we can spend all day there. You know what I mean? From the morning until the evening or whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, no, I understand. So then like the manager came, and she was like, she helped do everything, book everything, gave us a receipt. And then she's like, you know what? Like, there's nobody over there right now. Do you guys want to go to the cabana right now? And we're like, fuck it, yeah, let's go. So we go to the cabana, and that same day, and just kind of like get a little taste of what it would be like. And we were just there laying down for a while and just hanging out.
And we were in the pool.
It's like on the water too. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's a little platform in the pool, and you walk up to it, and then it's like a little step.
It's like a bed in the water.
Yeah.
It's like so much better than like we're living a bougie life now. We're looking over at the people with the regular chairs. We're like, ha.
And you have like a little border around the bed, so it's kind of like a deck, and you're able to like sit on there and like put your feet in the water, and there's like tables.
It's all about comfort, you know.
Yeah, it's all about comfort, and the waiters obviously come up to you. You want drinks? Like, what do you want? Anything you want is at your service. Like they are ready to go. They are ready to help you. Ready for your questions, everything. And but it was really cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're not too annoying either. But
yeah,
this is when we fucking ran into this couple.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All of a sudden, I fucking look over, and I see this fucking white guy, definitely from America, like no accent. Like you could just tell when something like super fucking talkative, super social, which you're like the same way, you know. You're way more social than me. He was super social. Had a drink in his hand, like just definitely like the tourist vibe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out of it. And I'm like, I'm not in a mental space to have a conversation with this guy right now. So
I think
I was just standing there. You and him were
Yeah.
talking about your whole life stories, and I was just like, in my head, I was
Yeah.
like, can we just
Well, it's
like
just
in my head, I'm
kinda-
like, can we just go back to the cabana? Like, I can't do this right now.
Like,
And
for
then his
me-
fucking girl comes over with their fucking big ass hat and her glasses, and yeah, I was annoyed.
Yeah, he was like annoyed. Like for me, I was just kind of like bored. Like, I didn't mind talking
You were
to
not
somebody.
drinking at that point.
I was drinking, but I was like taking it very easy because I was like
Yeah.
very tired and hungover.
We don't need to get into the
But,
couple,
like-
really. Like, it is what
But
it
like
is.
yeah, like I was just like kind of bored and like I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I just started making conversation with the guy and started talking about like where we're from and all that, and it was just kind of like a cool combo,
Yeah.
And just kind of them telling us like about like some of the cool like restaurants and like things to do at the hotel. And but yeah, he was just completely quiet, like he didn't say anything. But
I was just nodding, and yeah.
they were
I
definitely
was-
that couple though. Like they're very talkative and like they're the type like, so like
They're the type.
you just keep talking and like you're walking away and they don't get the
They're
hint.
the type where you're at a club or a bar and like the music's loud as fuck, and they're in your ear trying to have a full conversation. Like, hey, where are you from?
Yeah,
For
for sure.
What are you guys here for? And I'm just
Yeah.
trying to vibe with my girl and like dance and shit. And I got this fucking guy in my ear with the music pumping loud, and I can barely hear him. And he wants to know where where I work, what I do for work, how much I get paid, like all this shit. And I'm just like, it's.
I mean,
it's
he never
hard.
asked
You don't
how
want
much
to
you get
be.
paid,
You don't want to
but-
be rude. You know. I would never be rude and be like, dude, can you leave us alone? Like me and my girls, like nah. Like everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's vibing. You know.
It's crazy though, cause like that was like, for me, like I like to socialize, so I like to like meet different people. But I know
And
for him, he's just like.
Well, also
no.
like when you're in that like mode of like socializing, you're firing back. Like I don't even have a chance to enter it on the conversation. I mean, not in a bad way. Like I didn't want to, you know. But
nobody wanted to talk to him.
you and him were like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm the type where like I like slow conversations. You know.
Yeah, no,
I'm not the. You're the type where like you're like question after question after question. You like to keep it moving.
Yeah, I like to keep it moving.
You don't like pauses and
No,
after you
I don't
talk.
like that quiet noise. It's
But
awkward.
I like that.
Like, I like to have a good conversation. It's like, okay, after a minute, like, once I start getting bored, I know how to kind of like segue out. They were that couple though that it was kind of hard to segue out because they're so talkative. But
You
like,
just gotta walk away. At that point.
eventually, like, it worked out. We went to go
Alright.
get
So
lunch,
next day, cabana day. We had the cabana all
Mhm.
day.
we
We were
there.
like, let's have a good time. I was like, this should be fun. You know,
yeah.
we were chilling, had some drinks. The weather was beautiful.
It was
we get a
gorgeous.
fucking stripper show right next to us, which was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. We had I
It
mean,
was not a stripper show. It was
we-
just like poles in the water and it's like
No, no.
exercise.
you gotta
Like,
let them know it was a stripper show.
it was not a stripper show. There was no
Alright.
booty. There was no ass. I mean, the instructor, he was kind of shaking it, but there was no.
But the ass was underwater. Imagine there was someone
yeah.
underwater with goggles. Like I gotta
Like,
get. I'm gonna get.
There
this
was no nudity. It was nothing PG. It was
Um,
all. It was just fun and jokes
yeah.
and exercise.
We'll say
and
that for your family who's watching. But
Why are you trying to make it like that?
so, yeah. So you already kind of explained it. Like we got the bottle of wine.
It was.
What
a
did we get?
wine.
What did we get first? We had a fruit platter,
No.
champagne. We have a
Bro,
bottle of champagne.
I'm told you I'm the narrator,
we
bro.
did get a
Stop
fruit
trying
platter
to,
though. We did get a fruit platter.
Stop trying to narrate.
don't-
I'm the
don't-
narrator.
Let me talk. It's
No,
my turn
I'm
now.
the narrator. Stop.
No,
Because
I,
you're
no,
not.
no,
you're,
no,
Not
no.
you're not telling it right,
You
bro.
go. You do too
You're
many
not even
details, bro.
telling
Get
it
to the
right.
good point.
No, because people want to hear the.
We're at
fucking
15
details,
minutes,
bro.
dude.
I don't care. I don't care. Shut up, so I can get through it. We get there. The first thing that they bring out to us was our drinks, our margaritas that we were obsessed with. And then they asked us what time did we want our lunch and what time do we want our bottle.
Bro, you're giving them all the details, bro.
Bro, just let me talk. God damn it. Why are you unhappy with life? God damn it. Fuck. Angry fucking Grinch over here.
Angry bird.
So we told them what time First thing we get around 11 a.m. is our fruit platter. We're already drinking. And then the second thing, like a couple hours later, we get our bottle of Moet and we get our food. So, you know, we start drinking. We're fucking lit. We start getting drunk off this bottle. And we're eating this fucking food. And we're like, fuck it. Should we try some hookah?
That's exactly the way you asked too in person, bro.
Yeah. And like, he was like, fuck it.
Why'd you look like that?
He went
That's
like
not
this.
the way I.
Hold on. He went like this.
That's not the way I said it.
Hold on. He went like this too. Fuck it.
That's not that. No, that's not what I did.
Hold on. He went like this. Fuck it, babe.
No. I said let's
Fuck
do.
it.
I said let's do it. Like
He said, fuck it, babe. I got money. I got flow. I got motion.
well, yeah, we did.
So,
do the hookah.
anyways, so he was like, well, why don't you like ask about it, see how much it is, yada yada yada. We asked.
Down, Luca.
Everything went well. We ended up getting it. They brought it to us. And so now at this point, we're drinking Moet, smoking hookah, eating fucking lobster in a cabana.
Wait.
Feeling like kings, like top of the mountain.
The moment, like, they brought that food out, like, we were at a good, like, we were feeling the hookah with the drinks. It wasn't too much. They brought the food out. I think that was, like, the peak moment for me in that entire trip. Like, we were playing music. We were relaxing. The beach wasn't, the pool wasn't too packed. For me.
Oh, wait. And they brought out that show, that guy and the girl, too. They were next to us.
That, too. Like, all of it combined, It was almost like, for me, that was my favorite part of the trip. And, like, I was starting to, like, we were both trying to almost get emotional about life in that moment.
He's so emotional, bro. He wants to cry every moment.
Nah, I was just thinking, like, how, no, you were the one that was like, you were the one who was like, I was texting my mom, and I was like, I'm so blessed, and like, you were the one that was emotional, bro. So don't try to twist this on me, buddy.
I was not emotional. Like, I wasn't gonna cry or anything. I was just feeling very blessed in that moment.
Okay, but like, emotion isn't a bad emotion. It could be a good, like, your happy emotion. Like, why can't I be like a happy emotion?
Because every time you're happy emotion, you want to like.
What's wrong with happy tears? There's a happy tear. Andrea has never ever like experienced happy tears in her life.
No, I have. I just
you never win. Tell me time. Exactly, none. But in this moment, this was peak of the trip.
I'm just not a crier. Okay.
So grateful that this fucking beautiful, like, this food was good here in front of me. We had drinks, we had hookah, we had music.
I'm not a fucking crier, okay? That's just for pussies.
And then for some reason,
I do cry if I'm fucking mad or if I'm really sad, and that's like hardly ever.
But this.
I get really fucking pissed.
Okay, that's not the point.
Okay.
But this was my favorite part of the trip. Was it yours or no?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
This was like just a great moment. We had, like you said, the couple who were playing.
They were performing.
We were the closest. We had the closest cabana to the stripper
right
show.
Right next to him.
And
bro, it's not a stripper show. Relax.
Okay, we understand there was no nudity, Andrea. It's still a stripper show, but there was no nudity. It was underwater.
But they were not stripping.
Okay, what do you call it then?
They were just dancing.
On a pole.
Yeah, but like they were like exercising.
So pole dancing.
Like,
pole dancing.
They weren't like swinging on the pole doing tricks.
The fucking instructor was. He had his foot up here and was shaking that thing.
Oh, that's concerning that he was looking at a man shaking some ass. Okay. Relax.
Anyways, the couple performed and they were just a good vibe, and like you said, we were super close. And the hookah. Hopefully your mom's not watching because I don't know if she approves of this. But sorry, Melissa.
Hookah is like vape. You know, they know what hookah is.
How do you even describe like the feeling? Because it gives you a different feeling than weed and alcohol. It's like more chill. Like, I don't know. How do you describe it?
I would say it's just like if you've ever vaped before. It's like a nicotine high because it's nicotine. So just like smoking apparently 100 packs of cigarettes or some shit like that.
And we ended up doing 2 more sessions. The third session, I was so drunk that I kicked the fucking pot of boiling rocks onto the ground, burned my foot, burned my toe. This is where the day kind of went down for me when I burned my leg and my foot on the hottest cold rocks you ever fucking felt. Like I said, I don't remember how it happened.
He
Somehow
was
my
just
leg.
drunk.
So after that moment, I felt like almost like I smoked too much hookah, and like I was just too intoxicated. It was too much of a mix of everything, you know. And so I just was like, let's go back to the room, you know. And this was the day that you were the most lit because you weren't hungover from the day before, and you were just having a good time, like you should on a vacation, you know.
Low-key, I feel like he ruined my role because then like we got back to the room and I feel like he was in a bad mood, and like he calmed down, so then it made me calm down. But because he calmed me down, getting me back up is hard. So at that moment, he had calmed me down, and we're like, let's go grab dinner. And then after dinner, like, let's go to this bar, a rooftop bar in the resort. And they're going to have music. Like, you know, we can, like, party. Pretty much just continue the party, you know, and get lit and shit. But, like, at that point, I was just not feeling it no more. I was, like, annoyed as fuck. Like, kind of had a headache. And I was just, like, he brought me down so low. It's like,
how did I bring you down?
no, you brought me low. Like you took a nap. I started chilling on the bed. Like I just like calmed down. Like so like getting me back up to like lit is like it was really hard.
And we're not the type of couple that can like hype each other up to get drunk. Like I've tried in the past, but like you don't get motivated. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like we
He's
like
just not lit.
No. I've plenty of times in a relationship. I've wanted to drink with you and you're not feeling it.
Let's drink right now.
All right, but
go get the rum shot. I dare you. Go.
Hang on.
No, go.
No.
Go.
No. Afterwards, I will.
Watch this.
Stop. We gotta finish the episode. I'm not gonna talk right now. We gotta finish the episode.
Keep talking.
Dude, we have 3 full days to discuss.
Discuss what?
I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Oh, by the way, like every time we were in the room, we weren't in the room on the bed just chilling. Like we were in the balcony. That was one of my favorite things about the trip was just chilling on the balcony and just taking in that good weather, taking in the good vibes, taking in that good view. And I actually like to people watch a lot. I don't know. I'm getting old, but I like to people watch. You know, I'm not taking it. Tell me why I was already. No, I'm not taking it.
Just like.
But can you agree though? Okay, let's go on to Friday now. Where did we go to dinner though before that Cabana Day? Was it the Asian spot? I think it was the Asian spot.
Yes. Oh my God. Guys, this was the worst, probably the worst restaurant there.
And we were also...
It was fucking gross.
I personally, I wasn't... Because we had ordered room service like an hour before the
I don't
reservation.
know why we did that. Why did we do that?
And it kind of fucked up our... Like, we weren't hungry. We weren't hungry going into dinner. And on top of that, the service was kind of mid. The food was just terrible. Like, we don't need to go into the details about the food. It was just bad. Yeah, it was just bad.
Like, I was expecting to get like fried rice, like chicken teriyaki, stir fry kind of thing, and like what we ordered was just not it. It was not flavorful. It was dry. It was just not it, you know?
Yeah.
Bad service, 0 out of 10. Like it was terrible. Or not service, food, 0 out of 10. Shit was bad. Not even the rice was good.
And I was so like,
even the drinks were terrible.
I was so thirsty for water, and like as soon as like they wouldn't even fill my cup all the way,
and we
like,
would always drink it all.
They would fill it halfway. I would drink it fast, and it would take them like another 30 minutes to refill my cup of water.
Yeah.
And I felt so dehydrated from the Cabana Day because we were in the sun for like 6 hours. It was a good day up until that point, honestly.
Yeah. Friday, and then we went back to the room.
That was a spa day.
Friday was the spa day. That was my second favorite day. That was really fun.
We booked it.
We went in the morning, 11 in the morning. So after
Huge
breakfast.
Ass place.
Big ass place, bigger than we expected.
We didn't know what to expect. We had a
Yeah.
little bit of a tour, but they didn't even show us everything that we were gonna
Yeah,
do.
they didn't show us
They
everything.
showed us the most basic shit.
Yeah, they
at
showed
the
us
at the
just, like,
tour at the first day.
Yeah.
Then we got lost going back, and it was kind of funny. But
Yeah. No, we
fuck.
went there, got in. They first thing what we signed up for was a massage, so they took us to the room. Before they took us to the massage room, they took us to like a locker room so we could put our stuff away. And then they took us to like a relaxation quiet room while we were waiting for our ladies to come up to take us to the room. And so they come up and they take us to this room and they're about to get ready to massage us and they're telling us everything they're going to do. But in my head, we're like, wait, this is not what we signed up for.
I wasn't.
I was just going with it because I was just like, okay, like, I'll just go with it, whatever. I
didn't think that at all.
They know what they're doing. And then they're like, wait, we got the wrong people here.
No. The other ladies came in and and they figured it out.
Yeah, they got the wrong people. So whatever, we did our flip-flop, took us to the right room. They did our ding. We got our massage. It was really nice. Very, very, very nice.
Massage?
Yeah.
Oh, it was probably one of my favorite massages. It was probably
yeah.
It was probably I wish it was a little longer though. It was a little short, which I knew that going into it.
25 minutes they did,
but
30 minutes.
The part that I liked, because we've gotten massage here in town, but they weren't super rough.
They weren't invasive either.
I just don't like a deep tissue. I like a soft one.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it was just back, which I feel like going forward, like I only need back massage. So I don't need legs.
It was back, shoulders, and your like arms and head.
Neck and head, yeah.
Yeah. So it was like really nice and
hand.
and like they did all that. After that, we were like very relaxed, very comfortable.
Wait, did you see like when they were they're putting their hand underneath the bed to get you to smell that thing?
Oh yeah,
it
it smells so
funny.
good.
Just seeing their hand like that.
Oh, I didn't see it. I had my eyes closed. I didn't see.
Once I smelled it, I was like, and I looked. I was like, I see a fucking floating hand underneath the bed.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And she's like fucking
waving
putting
it
me under
around.
a spell.
Yeah.
With this
You know what she did to me? She put my head down.
Wait. What if
you know what she told me? She said, "Take a deep breath in." Wow.
What if you like smell and then you open her eyes and you see like she has a handful of weed nuggets and you're like, wait, is that weed?
It's like runs in her hand, just
because you smell it, you're like, wait, I know that smell from back in our day. We used to smoke weed, and then you see weed nuggets in her hand.
That'd be hilarious. Nah, but
she's like, oh, this is the weed aroma. It gets you very relaxed.
This is marijuana. No. But anyways, yeah. So we got our massage. After that, obviously we, got dressed or whatever, and it was next part of our tour. And we started off with sauna session for 10-15 minutes in there. It was very nice. It was huge sauna. It had red light and everything. It was beautiful.
It was. Yeah,
it was gorgeous.
We have a sauna, but it's not.
It's not anything like
this
that.
This is like a fucking nice.
This
sauna.
is like a real sauna. And so we got out, and then immediately, like the tour guy, he takes you like immediately right after to something else. So immediately right after that, we went into the steam room,
and it was kind of like quick. So I was like, damn, like. How much, like, I thought we had more time, but I didn't realize there was a lot of steps you had to go through. So they want to get you through it as quick as possible.
I didn't realize, I thought, from my understanding, I thought it was just kind of like they drop us off there and you test everything out at your own time. I didn't think it was like a tour.
Yeah.
But it was. Anyways, so we get into the steam room. We're there for 10 minutes. After the steam room, we step out, and you step outside to, like, this mat, and there's ice.
Wait,
and
no, you're missing.
What?
We didn't we go to
no,
the cold plunge after that?
Babe, I'm telling it right. Stop messing me up.
No, the cold plunge after that.
No, we didn't. Listen. Oh wait, we did.
We went straight. No, because we went straight in, and like I didn't know you were supposed to just get in and get out. I thought like we were supposed to sit in there for a little bit. So I went in, and then you were like immediately like you didn't want to do it, and then he was like, "Oh, just in and out." And then that's when I got out, and then he took us to the steam room.
Yeah, so we did a steam room. As soon as we got out of the steam room,
oh, that thing was so fucking nice, dude.
On each other. So like,
wait, let's talk about the steam room.
Oh,
that's probably one of my favorite things.
Why are you staring at me like that, bro?
I love the steam room, but yeah, and then I like rubbed your ashy body with. I'm just kidding. It wasn't ashy, but it was kind of weird. Like shaving ice. Like I don't know. It felt good. Rubbed it
Yeah.
on your face. Rubbed it on your back.
I think it was kind of like to prepare your body because then after that we went straight into the cold chamber.
I love that too.
Oh my god, it was so
You
fucking
don't.
cold.
I thought I didn't like cold. You don't like cold.
I hate cold. I am just not built for the cold. And so we got in there. Oh my god, it's freezing, and like you have no shoes on. Like your feet are fucking cold. Like everything is just cold. And yeah, I got out probably like within 30 seconds.
I think because my job, I'm constantly in coolers and freezers, so I think maybe that's why I didn't really feel that bad. But
yeah, I don't know. It was very cold for me. So then I waited outside for him after that. And then after that session, we went into like this salt room, which I don't really know what that was the point of that.
That shit was such a waste. I don't know what the fuck that did. I didn't feel anything.
I didn't feel anything. It's just like the walls are all salt, like Himalayan pink salt, and like you just sit.
There's probably some scientific reasoning as to, like the salt from the Himalayan wall will absorb into your skin, into your pores, and get you clear skin. Like, I don't know. There's probably some scientific reason. But
dumb shit like that.
After that we went back to the cold plunge, then switched in between the cold plunge and the jacuzzi, which was just, it felt amazing, dude. Like, that was the best part of the entire experience. Going from because it wasn't like an ice tub, right? Like, I was expecting it to be like ice cold, but it was like,
it was
pretty cold, but it wasn't like there was no ice in there or anything.
No.
So you just get in, you get out, go straight to the jacuzzi. Oh my god, that shit just got me so fucking feeling so good and rejuvenated, and my energy was great. Jacuzzi was amazing. We had it all to ourselves.
And you press the button and the jets go out and it starts massaging you and shit. But yeah, like we kept alternating back and forth from those. After all that was done and we did our thing there, we went into the hydrotherapy, which is pretty much an insanely large pool. And so you walk in the first area and there's like these little chairs and you lay down in them and you press a button and it massages you, and like there's like water fountains all over the pools and you press buttons and the water comes out and massages
I didn't
your
really
neck.
enjoy. It was cool. I just didn't see the point in. Hang on, keep talking.
It was all like very like, it was like room temperature water. It wasn't freezing. It wasn't really hot. Like it was just normal. It was just more like
I didn't like that part.
like a pool, but like with the massage jets to like relax you.
It didn't really feel like that good though.
I liked it. I thought it was nice. It was a good experience. I felt very relaxed at that point. I really enjoyed it. And then after that, he took us upstairs, which I was not expecting this.
We didn't know there was a fucking rooftop pool.
Yeah, he took us upstairs to a rooftop pool with, again, jets and everything. But the pool was overlooking, like a bunch of jungle and then the ocean. Like, it just looked gorgeous.
We actually were barely in the pool.
Yeah.
We should have probably used that a little longer. But you were like, it's getting late. Like, you wanted to like go do other shit.
Well, I was just like, I do want to go in the pool, but I didn't come prepared with like sunscreen and stuff. It seemed like everybody else had their sunscreen. And like, I just know like Mexican sun is like, it's rough. So if you get sunburn, it fucking hurts. And, and so we had a smoothie it's like a health bar up there, and we had a smoothie. And we enjoyed that for a little bit. Enjoyed the sunshine.
I think that was my second favorite experience.
Yeah.
Other than the cabana, which
it was beautiful.
We only really if you think about it, we only did like 3 experiences: the cabana, the spa, and the chick restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Like, those are like the 3 main things.
Yeah.
And I think the spa, was my second favorite thing.
Yeah. So then we
went to the beach for a while after that, right?
Yeah, then we went to the beach after that. I got fucking tan that day. Yeah.
Beach was all right for me. We're not really the biggest fans of the beach. It's kind of messy. Walking in the sand is kind of annoying, and then
the water,
like I didn't know it was gonna be like the waves are gonna be hitting you, moving you. You're not really able to relax, and like you don't go in the ocean to relax. If you want to relax in water, go to the pool. So we didn't really get in the water that much. We kind of just laid out, drank, enjoyed the sun. I think
Took a little nap.
yeah, like it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a very good time.
And then that was Friday, so Saturday, which was our last, like pretty much our last day. I think it was probably our most chill day, right?
Wait, Chic. We didn't talk about Chic.
Oh, that was Friday, huh?
That was Friday or Saturday. It was the same day at the spa, no?
That was Saturday. Or no, that was Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Saturday we ordered
Then
room
that
service.
night, we came back to the room and we got ready and we went to this. It's called Chic Cabernet, and it was part of the hotel. And so you pay extra to get into like this, like theater kind of thing, and they include food, drinks, and it's a show. So like you see all kinds of really cool stuff. So we were like, okay, like let's go. We paid for it. We got there, and you kind of sit. Like I don't know how to explain it. So like it's a building.
It's like a theater.
Very pretty building, and it looks like a red carpet, lights and everything. And you sit outside before you walk in, and they kind of do like a little pre-show. So they did their little pre-show, like dancing and shit. And then we get inside. They take us to our table. We order our drinks, and they just kind of get the whole thing started. It's just like a bunch of singing and dancing that they do. I thought it was going to be like theater as well and like just different talents, but it was just kind of the same group of people, and they were just singing and dancing.
It was a great show. Like I respect
show.
the performers because it was so fast paced,
Mm-hmm.
and they were changing into so many different outfits and like fast as hell. And it was a 3-hour show, and they were performing like the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't know like if they were lip syncing half of it or most of it. I don't know. It was hard to tell. But it was definitely. The food portions were just so small, like I felt, and then like the drinks were all right. Like definitely more of an emphasis on the show than the food, in my opinion.
I thought
Like
the drinks
I don't think
were
you should, I don't
good.
think you should go there expecting like a great dinner.
I thought the drinks were great. We had espresso
Yeah,
martinis.
the drinks were good. The food was mid.
It was good. I thought the food was good. I thought the food was just not what he wanted. Like he likes a lot of like fried food, and like he wanted like some greasy and shit.
No, not there.
And they were serving like it was 6 courses, and like it was like obviously it's all small because like they give you 6 different things. So it's
if you add all those courses together into one plate, it still wouldn't have been enough for us.
I felt, I mean, afterwards, like I felt fine. Like it was like I honestly didn't think it was that bad. Honestly, like that one.
Maybe it's just like it's hard to focus on the food when the show's going on. You're trying to focus on both. It's kind of a lot going on,
Yeah.
But I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
Like what was it they gave us? Like one of the things they gave us was like a soup, and it had like bacon and stuff. That was pretty good. They gave us the steak. They gave us with the shrimp. The shrimps were huge too. They gave us
The shrimp, yeah.
steak and shrimp, and then they gave us like little. Oh, they gave us a dessert, and they gave us.
It was alright.
Like they gave us a bunch of like little like things. I thought it was great. I think the plates look really pretty with the show, like super fancy and stuff. So it was nice. It was cool. I just wished it was like more like a talent show, like different things, rather than just singing. It felt like High School Musical. He put it perfectly.
They did some of the songs from High School Musical.
Yeah, like it was just like constantly singing and dancing and just like changing around in outfits and stuff.
If you were to
and,
choose
like, theme.
If you were to choose the most generic mainstream radio hits from like the early 2000s and 2010s, I mean the most mainstream.
Sweet Caroline.
Like even from the 90s. That's probably from the 90s, bro. Like I don't know. I didn't like the song selection, but they gotta try their best to like
accommodate,
please
all
everyone,
ages.
but also like mix in some but they're not gonna be able to do rap, bro.
Oh no.
None of them are gonna. There's
No.
no one. You
They
know,
tried to do the weekend. Remember?
that was the worst one,
The
bro.
earned it.
That was the worst performance. Fucking the short, like the shortest Mexican
God.
fucking
It
guy.
was so funny, and like the girls like just dancing around him, trying to like make it seem sexy, but
Oh my
like
God,
it was
dude.
so. Funny,
I was like, it was like
bro.
secondhand embarrassment, you know.
Yeah, low key, cause like it was like the. It was
They just
funny,
chose the
yeah.
wrong guy for that, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't have he didn't have the confidence for that.
I don't think
You got to have
none
a
of those
lot of
guys-
confidence to have girls dancing on you while you're singing. You know,
He didn't look unconfident. It just looked like it didn't look natural because you could tell like it just wouldn't happen. I don't know.
But
like-
we're not here to hate. We had a
Yeah.
good time. It was a 3 hours, so it was worth the money. I didn't feel like I got ripped off or anything. Like you had an experience.
It was
you know?
like $65.
There was
for
one
each of
guy. There
us.
was one guy that clearly shouldn't have been there. The guy that was dancing, like he was not good at dancing. Didn't have
Oh
rhythm.
yeah.
But like I
there's
said, I'm not here to hate. I couldn't. At least he has the confidence and the guts to go up there and do that. Because a lot of guys wouldn't do that. You know,
I think
half
at that point,
half naked for most of the performance.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think at that point, like they chose him just because of his look.
I mean, he wasn't even that ripped.
Like they just chose him because he looks, the
Yeah.
part.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I'm just saying, like he looks the part. Like he didn't really offer any
Yeah.
talent. It was just more like why they chose him.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, it was all right. Like I said, I wish it was more like a talent show, like somebody playing piano, maybe like a little theater skit, like some singing, like just different stuff, like not just the same. But anyways, it was still fun. There was a couple in front of us who were fucking hilarious. So like they're sitting in front of us. And it's like this couple, you could tell they're European.
Yeah.
You could tell he's older and has like money. And you could tell this bitch is younger. Not that much younger, but younger than him. And she got her boobs like done. Like you could tell they're done. She got Botox, lips done. And she is funny as fuck. Like she's live streaming everything on Instagram. And she's literally like this, recording, eating her steak, eating her food, and like recording everything. Yeah. Like it was just so funny.
So Saturday we don't need to go into the details. We didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
But overall, I would wish the food was better. But like you said, I was kind of going on this trip for like the greasiest. I was trying to gain the most weight as possible. I was trying to eat the shittiest food. I didn't care about my diet, and then the food was all mid in my opinion for the most part. It was kind of like, this is really different than food here.
Yeah.
They use different ingredients. They don't put as much fatty.
They put like fruit on all of your plate. It's like everything has like fruit. Like here is like everything is a side of French fries. Over there is like everything is a side of fruit.
Like the French fries, they don't put salt on it. It's just
it's just like healthy as hell.
The pizza, like, it wasn't greasy. Like
and then also like the portions, they don't serve you like a shit ton of food. Like they give you like small to like medium portions. Like,
but I had a great time.
Yeah, it was
a great
fun.
time.
It was a great time. I
drinks were a little flat.
I thought drinks were fine, honestly, because
it tasted good.
I'm just not a big like drinker anymore. So to me, it was perfect amount of alcohol in there for me.
I was trying to get my thoughts.
Okay, I'm saying my thoughts. Can I
go first?
No, ladies go first,
all right,
motherfucker.
Go your thoughts.
The fuck? Yeah, I'm not that big of a drinker no more. So to me, I don't really give a fuck, because if I just want to get drunk, I'll just take a shot, which I did.
Yeah.
So. And we had a bottle in the room, so.
Yeah. So, what would you give it out of 10?
For food?
No, the whole experience.
Oh, whole experience, 8 out of 10.
I'll probably agree with you there.
Yeah. Just because, like, the views were great, accessibility, service was great, the cleanliness. We got room service or cleaning service or whatever every single day. Like, we'd come back from the pool, and the room was spick and span.
I have a conspiracy.
What?
I think that when the cleaners came in one of those days, they hid my sunglasses in one of my bags, so that obviously you need sunglasses on a trip. You're going to buy some sunglasses.
No, this motherfucker just
So
threw him in the
what
fucking
happened
lake.
was, I know for a fact on your life that I did not put those sunglasses in that bag. It was my fucking underwear and sock bag. Why the fuck would I do that? And if you're a cleaner or if you're the resort, you want them to spend more money. You want that money. So they fucking hit it. I didn't know where it was. I was like, fuck, I gotta buy some more. That makes so much sense. Why would they not do that?
No, because
That makes so much sense.
No, because that money wouldn't go to that person that hit him.
Yeah, but
They don't give a fuck about that corporation. They don't want that money to go to that corporation. They want that money to go to them. So if anything, like if you would have left the envelope of money left out, they would have taken money rather than taken your fucking glasses.
they didn't take my glasses. They hit them.
I know. They didn't hide your glasses. You just misplaced everything, and then the next day he's like going crazy looking for his watch. He's just messy, and like everything was just being thrown around, mixed around. Like he left glasses over here, glasses over there, backpack over there, underwear over here, clothes over there.
This isn't a make fun of Jaden podcast episode.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't
like,
make fun of the things that you did.
Okay, what did I do? That
lot.
was funny. What?
Anyways.
See, you don't even know.
Also, by the way, we were definitely the youngest people at the entire resort. And the next closest age was probably like maybe 30, like 29, 30. Like we were by far the youngest, which it's not a terrible thing, right? But it was also hard for me to like be super social with older people. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not good with that. Like if there was like
I met three different people, and
let me take my point. God damn it.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I didn't find a single guy my age there. I didn't see a single guy my age that like I could connect with about sports or like UFC or anything. Like you fucking were started.
Okay, but you also didn't try.
I also didn't try, which I told you why. We don't need to get into it. Like you were, I look over and you're talking to a fucking 60-year-old couple from Iowa.
Yeah, I spotted them across the pool.
I could never.
Like he didn't even come. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go say what's up. And, like, I just swam all the way across the pool to go say hi to them.
I'm not the type to just walk up to people and start talking. That's not my thing.
I thought he was behind me this whole time. And, like, I'm like, yeah, we're from Iowa. And, like, I look behind me, and he's not even there. And I'm like, bro, he just left me hanging? What the fuck?
I'm not the type to just randomly walk up to people. They were so nice, too.
Like, they were not annoying. Bro, I'm over here talking. You get mad, bro. God damn. Fuck.
But
that's why you made me
I would prefer what?
You heard me.
What did you say to me?
You heard me.
All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up so I can handle some business, guys. But yeah, overall great experience. I would do it again. We're going back again to a different part of Mexico in August. But I forgot to tell you, I'm actually gonna take Maddie instead of you.
Okay.
If you know your family, I'm just kidding.
Do it. Pay for it. Because I know damn well you're not paying for it.
Your parents are paying for it.
Yeah, right.
You wish. All right, y'all, that's been it. Episode number 35. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Any last words for the people?
Nope. Nope, last words. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back again next week. Peace.